India-UK Free Trade Agreement or FTA has been finalized. The deal is set to reshape trade ties between the two nations. India and New Zealand wrapped up negotiations on this comprehensive pact on December 22nd, eliminating tariffs on all Indian exports to New Zealand while granting preferential access for about 95% of New Zealand's exports to India over time. It's being called a real win-win, reflecting India's smart move to diversify its trade partners amid all that geopolitical uncertainty going on. And it is expected that this deal is signed in the first half of 2026. So now let me break down this FTA for you. It covers everything from goods and services to investments and even labor mobility. Picture this: easier tariffs, smoother customs, better regulatory teamwork, and sanitary standards that don't trip up trade, all while India keeps its sensitive sectors like dairy, onion, and sugar protected from full opening. It came out of talks involving leaders like Prime Minister Narendra Modi and New Zealand's Christopher Luxon, and it's set to boost bilateral trade big time, with New Zealand pledging to invest into India's manufacturing, infrastructure, and innovation push. Now, how does this deal benefit India? There are huge wins here too. We get zero duty access to New Zealand's market across key areas like textiles, pharmaceuticals, engineering goods, agriculture, and even services. That means a surge in exports from our labor-heavy sectors, helping small businesses and MSMEs plug into global supply chains. Textiles and apparel dodge those up to 10% tariffs. Pharma gets quicker approvals and taps into a nice import market, and services, think IT, fintech, education, tourism, opens doors for high-skilled Indian pros. Diving into the sectors a bit more, agriculture and processed foods get tariff cuts on stuff like fruits, spices, and coffee, but no dairy liberalization to shield our farmers. For New Zealand, it will have duty-free access for large kiwi fruit quota, with 50% tariffs applying outside the quota, and India is also agreeing to give preferential access for apples and Manuka honey. Fintech and professional services also grow through mutual recognition deals. Marine products and engineering snag duty-free entry, while cheaper inputs like wooden logs help slash manufacturing costs. Investments also flow into Make in India priorities, making our economy more competitive overall. Our labor and mobility also is going to strengthen, with New Zealand committed to creating pathway for an average of up to 1,667 skilled workers from India each year through non-renewable 3-year work visas. New Zealand has also committed investments worth $20 billion in India over a 15-year period. As of 2024, two-way trade between the two countries in goods and services totaled about $2.4 billion. India currently ranks as New Zealand's 12th largest export market overall and the 5th largest services export destination. Now, this deal matters even more at this point of time for India. In recent months, Indian exports have faced pressure following Washington's steep tariffs of up to 50%. This has affected sectors like textiles, auto components, metals, and other labor-intensive manufacturing sectors. India has decided to rapidly move on to sign deals with other countries and has successfully signed them with countries like UK, Oman, UAE, Australia, and others, while negotiations continue with EU, Chile, and Canada. So India is diversifying, and this deal with New Zealand comes at a perfect time. What do you think about this? Let us know in the comments, and like, share, and subscribe to ET Now for more such news and views.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.